Today I got a real quick review of the newest device from Powkiddy. Damn, do I hate their name. I mean, their little icon, their little logo dude's all right, but their name's just freaking weird. I don't like it. Now, this is just my initial impressions on this device. I may go more in depth in the future if you guys would like, but yeah, today this is just straight out of the box my initial impressions. We're going to keep this one pretty quick, so bear with me here. So this is the X18S. From Powkiddy, obviously. An Android 11 handheld device with a 5.5-inch touchscreen. There's a lot to like here, but there's also a lot to dislike just depending on who you is. So this is an upgrade to their previous version, the X18, minus the S. They added it to this one. It's got a bit more power, but not much effort making a worthy custom OS for the device. The operating system is wonky in my opinion, but workable for the most part. It's just one of my least favorite things about the device. I'm sure people will get other custom operating systems ready for this thing if they have not done so already. Seems like that's the case with a lot of these devices. The community's got to make it all right. So the X18S, it's got a T618 8-core, 2 gigahertz processor, and a Mali G52 GPU. We got 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of built-in storage, which can be expanded using a micro SD card, as it does have the slot for it. It also has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery built in, and it does have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capabilities to make all your dreams come true. Now, out of the box, playing games with the included emulators, really hit and miss. I mean, that's typically the case with any of these devices. Some things play great, others not so much. Little tinkering with settings helps, but don't expect miracles with more powerful consoles. Adding your own emulators, getting this thing set up, will be what you'd want to do to get the most out of it, as it's just really lackluster straight out of the box. I mean, there's certain things here that play decently well. Dreamcast, I didn't really notice too much of an issue with. A couple games I did notice minor graphics glitches, but yeah, set this thing up yourself is really what I'm trying to get at. Nintendo 64 was the same thing. Some things were just like, what the hell? Like, okay, yeah, I need to use different emulator. Yeah. So I wound up not really having as much fun testing games on this device. And it wasn't due to the performance, because I'm just kind of used to it. Some things not working, some things working. It was due to how uncomfortable this device was for me. Maybe others like the form factor and are fine with how everything, feels, but it's just not great to me. The analog sticks can have a bit of jerky movement. I don't know, something up with the sensitivity there. And the D-pad and shoulder buttons, when I first started using this thing, they would get stuck occasionally. It did work itself out over time after playing it for a bit, they weren't getting stuck anymore, so I guess that's fine. I just still didn't like the way they felt. The face buttons, while not horrible, they're a bit small and the placement just doesn't feel great to me. A lot of what I just said may be subjective. You may actually like how it feels and how everything is spaced, how it looks and tastes and whatnot. But obviously, I can only share my opinions here, not what anyone else may feel about it. I don't know why I have to say that, but sometimes I feel I do. These are my opinions, nobody else's. Get over it. So the system, it does have a nice weight to it, a little hefty boy. Overall, the build feels fairly sturdy. The screen, it does look fine. Probably one of its best features, actually. Not much an issue with viewing angles and whatnot. I'm glad most of these companies that make devices similar to this, they've been using, they've all been using better screens lately. They used to be really bad, man. But yeah, lately these companies have been upping their game with the screen quality. So that's a plus. That's a pro, right? So this is a fairly capable device if set up properly by adding other software. I mean, if you'd like me to go deeper into this handheld, let me know. But overall, I'm just not as impressed as I'd hoped to be. I mean, if it was more comfortable to hold and the operating system was more polished, it may have tickled the taint for me a bit more. I don't know, maybe it's just having looked at so many devices lately that all do a similar thing, and they may vary in power a little bit, but none of them are really wowing me. I mean, it's going to take a lot more when it comes to performance for me to get excited, I think. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. I mean, I think one of the biggest things for me, and I see it in my comments lately with a lot of these videos, is people like, hey, call me when there's a reasonably priced device out there that can play like GameCube and PlayStation 2 without much of an issue, right? And there really isn't too much in the way of that right now. You're going to be able to play some of that stuff like minorly well, but it's just not as compatible with what we're getting out there. I don't know. I'm waiting for the Valve Steam Deck. That's the handheld I'm really waiting for. I know that's kind of in a different category than a lot of the stuff that we've been looking at when it comes to emulation handhelds, but that's something that's got me excited. Yeah, it's more pricey, but at the same time, it's more powerful and hopefully more polished. I mean, I could just go off of what's been presented to me so far. I'm hoping for the best with that device. Really looking forward to testing that one out. Maybe when that comes out, a lot more companies will start stepping up their game to try to get a piece of that handheld market. There's a lot of people out there I've seen. They want the Steam Deck to emulate games. Like, it's kind of crazy, but a lot of people want it. I mean, yeah, they're not just want to use it just to emulate games. They want to play other stuff on there too. But like, yeah, it's a nice little bonus. So hopefully, things get a little bit more competitive out there. I mean, there's a few more devices coming out pretty soon that some people are excited about. I'm keeping my eye out, so we'll be back with some more stuff. Appreciate all you guys out there, all you mofos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye.